Welcome to the Angel Mystic Podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic Podcast. Before we delve into the podcast, I just wanted to remind you that there is the live angel card training happening on the 13th of June. If you're wanting a place, you need to be quick because it is nearly sold out. It's just £33 and it's cheaper than any other reading you could possibly have. But it's going to give you tools so you can read cards for yourself or for other people. And angel cards are a great way of getting guidance direct from your angels. I never want you to feel like you need to book a reading. I want you to always know that you can get messages from your angels whenever you need it. I'm sharing so many secrets in this training, so check it out. It's in the show notes. And Angel Summer School is coming back. That is starting on the 15th of July, where we're going to be spending 6 weeks in a little angelic bubble. So if that is something that you want to do, where you can, get deeper connections with your angels, you can learn to connect with them daily. You can learn about angel dates. You can connect with the archangels too. It covers everything you need to know about angels in a little 6-week intensive training, all happening on Zoom. If that is something that you want to find more about, just go and check it out in the show notes. And finally, there is a live free training coming up on the 17th of June, which is going to help you advance your spiritual connections. I'm just giving you the heads up on that now so that you can reserve some time to go to the next level with your spiritual development. Let's do the podcast. Welcome back to the Angel Mystic Podcast. And this podcast is called Understanding Your Angel Signs. And quite honestly, this is a bit of a bugbear of mine, and I really want to clear it up for you because it has been so overcomplicated, and honestly, it's really quite simple. So my intention for this podcast is at the end of this, you will be more aware of your angel signs and understand the messages behind them and why they're often so misunderstood. So on this journey today, as we uncover the profound meanings, and they are profound quite often, behind all this signs and connection to your angels, I'm just hoping that you're going to understand this as a deeper level. So let me remind you before we start, if you haven't signed up to the live angel card training that is happening on the 13th of June, please check out the details in the show notes. The angel cards are such a great tool to get those deeper messages. And my deck of cards have all the angel signs on them too. So let's make a start. Let's delve in. And the first thing I want to say is that angel signs are personal to you. They are really subtle. I wish angels jumped out in flashing neon lights and, literally spelt out the message for you, but they don't. They are very, very subtle, loving energy, and they pack powerful messages, but you can mess it up and get it wrong. But they are messages from the spiritual realm. Angels are very high vibration, and they come with the energy of unconditional love. Now, your signs are going to come in many various forms and ways. It might be little white feathers, those gorgeous little fluffy ones that turn up in random places. I've had feathers drop down between me and a client when there's no feathers in the room. They turn up in really, really random places. Of course, if you are seeing feathers, do know that they have to come from somewhere. So it's okay that they come from a bird, but the angels will have moved them into your sight, somewhere that you will find them so that you will know that. You can get synchronicities, numbers on the clock, repetitive numbers. There's lots of different ways that the angels will communicate with you, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But what I don't want you to do is dismiss it as a coincidence or ignore the significance, altogether. The problem that's happened over the years with angels and angel communication, it's been a little bit commercialized, and this is why it's a bit of a bugbear for me. So I will never say that you need to go and look it up on Google, or worse still, go to someone that's manufacturing jewelry and they'll tell you your angel number. They will work it out for you, maybe on your date of birth or something like that. That is not the truth. Your angel is personal to you. They've been with you for lifetimes and lifetimes, and no one knows you better than your angel. So they will be giving you signs and messages and signals that they are around you the way that you need it. And if you are falling into the trap of thinking, oh, I need to look this up, what can it mean? You are missing the whole point of the angel communication. Because it is so personal to you, you need to tune into that. So when you get a little sign, and even if you think, oh, is this a sign? It is a sign. The fact that you've even thought that means it's a sign. When you get a little fluffy white feather or number synchronicity or message in music or whatever it might be, we will go through all of them in a moment. But when you get that sign, you need to be tuning into that sign and saying, what does my angel want me to know right now? You might have already asked for some help earlier that day, and they're going, here you go. We're confirming that we're with you. We're working on this for you. It might be a reminder that they are wanting to help you, and you are perhaps sucked up into some, human aspect. There's some drama going on. There's some problems that you're struggling with. They can see that. They know that, and they're reminding you, hey, we're here. Don't forget to ask us for the help that you need, because your angels cannot help you unless that you ask. So, make sure that you are building your communication with your angels and connecting with them on a deeper level. Of course, angels are not just here for the bad times, they're here for the good times too. And, they just make life so, so much easier. If you're ever worrying or fretting about something and you ask your angels to give you a sign that it's going to be okay, and something shows up for you, be it a rainbow, be it a butterfly, a little fluffy feather, you've got to tune into that and go, yeah, okay, I get it. You are telling me it's going to be okay, and I don't need to worry. They are communicating with you the way that you need it. And we all communicate with our angels slightly differently. But there is some sort of common themes that, these things like fluffy white feathers, these things like seeing a beautiful butterfly, and butterflies turn up in the most random of places, even out of, traditional seasons. I've had a butterfly be in my house in the middle of winter, come from nowhere and disappears as well. Seeing a little bird coming particularly close to you, that can be your angel. It could also be spirit. You would need to tune into that and feel, because we often feel, sense, and know more than seeing and hearing. Feel which one it is for you. Your angels could be communicating via your dreams. They could be throwing down coins for you, and that means they're playing the abundance game. So when you find a coin and you just perhaps skip by it on the street and thinking, I'm not picking that penny up or that dime up, you are ignoring abundance, for one, from the universe, but you're also ignoring your signs. Your angels could be giving you what's called the tittles. And that's like feeling like there's a cobwebby feeling or a loose hair tickling somewhere on your face. Your angels might be doing air pressure changes, temperature changes. They might be doing synchronicities with numbers, because everywhere you look, you keep seeing repetitive numbers. And this is the main one that has been commercialized, and it really gets my goat. which it shouldn't have been, because your angels never ever wanted that for you. They wanted just to catch your attention in some sort of way, not to make you feel like you need to spend any money to understand their communication. You might be getting synchronicities. You, like, for example, going down the road and you've got the radio on, and maybe an advert comes on at a certain point, or a song comes on, and then on the way back, the same advert, the same song comes on at the same point. It's all this synchronicities that will be happening for you. So there is no coincidences in life. There is only synchronicities, and this is like the angels maneuvering things to catch your attention. You might like to look at the clouds and see messages in cloud formation. I was lying in my hot tub last night looking at the clouds going by in the early evening and seeing all these pictures in the sky. And it was almost like I was having a conversation with my angels. I was like talking to them in my head, and next thing, a feather would appear in the sky in the form of a cloud, or a little dog or something like that. And it's personal to you. And only when you start building your relationship with your angel will this start to make more sense. You may get what's called the flashing lights, the sparkly lights, where you turn your head and in your peripheral vision, there is those little sparkly flashing lights. Now, if they're white, they will be your guardian angel. But if they're colored, for example, like a purpley blue, it could be Archangel Michael. Or if it's green, it could be Raphael. There's lots of different colors that connect with archangels. And of course, archangels are universal. We can all tap into that energy. They all have a specialist subject that we might like to use to help us navigate life. This is what angels are here. They're, your angels, particularly your guardian angels, are there to keep you safe. They're there to guard you. And building your relationship with your angel is one of the things that you can do to make life so, so much easier. And remembering that your angel communication, all these symbols, these signs that they're giving you, is tailored to your individual experiences and your beliefs. So if you don't think that feathers are your sign and you're getting something else, go with that. Trust what you are getting, because each sign is a unique message to you, guiding you on your journey. But you do need to have an open mind and a heightened awareness to, your connection, to your way that you communicate. And they will deliver it on your terms, always. Now, of course, there's going to be, misconceptions, and some skeptics could dismiss any angel communication just as, oh, it's just a coincidence. I can remember when I was trying to make a difficult decision on a house, and this house was way beyond what I could afford. And when I went to view it, there were so many white feathers in the garden. I was convinced I was going to see a dead bird, but I didn't. And I just knew the angels were literally chucking down so many feathers for me to say, this is it. And this house was twice the amount of money that I could afford to live there. But I did live there for 5 years because I totally trusted. They're there. They can see the bigger picture. They're wanting to support you. And they're giving you signs the way that you need it. So don't go and Google them. Don't go and look them up. Tune into them. Spend a moment. Go still. Go quiet. Tune into what that sign is. Remembering, if you're even thinking, is this a sign? It is a sign. And then when you tune into that, what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what you knowing, what's coming into your mind, what understanding do you have about that sign? It's important to open your heart and explore what it really could be for you. And when you do that, your angels will have a profound impact on your life. They're dying to help you. So keen, it's ridiculous. But so often we block it, and we're so busy in life that we skip past all the signs that they are throwing down. I mean, we often see that image, that meme that goes around on Facebook and all the likes of that, where the angels got their hand the head in the hand, sorry, and they're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? This is often how so many angels must be. They're never frustrated with us, though, I've got to say. They always are just wanting to help us, but they must feel like, oh my goodness, why did they not ask for the help that we need? Because we do not ask enough. We cannot over ask, We just really need to ask once and fully trust that they are going to support us, because they always will. You see, angels are like the starting place for many spiritual awakenings and development, and they're so easy to connect with and will always, always keep you safe. You're not getting into anything dark when you're connecting with the angels. You are working with something that is just going to make your life so much easier. And when you start to join up the dots, it's like a bit of a mystery game to begin with, but you will start to join up the dots and understand what they mean. There is nothing more reassuring than putting the radio on, the song comes on, and the words literally spell out a message to you. They talk to you. You can have that level of communication, but you've got to invite them into your life. You've got to welcome them in and look out for the signs. If you are going so fast with life, if you are, not even seeing that feather on the path as you're leaving to go to work, or, not noticing the messages in music or the rainbow or anything like that, you are going to feel quite alone. And no wonder so many people feel like their angel has abandoned them, which is just not possible. But people do feel like that because they're not noticing their signs. They're not spending time to connect. You can't look this stuff up in a book. Your angel communication is personal to you, and they're crafting it as you need it. And it has been misconstrued over many, many years. But the purpose of this and the purpose of this podcast today is to really help you have a better relationship with your angels, not to be going Googling, because all you're doing is changing the algorithm of wherever you're searching for things, and build that relationship with your angel instead. Start noticing the signs that you are getting and starting to trust that, so that you can feel better acquainted with your angels. If it feels like a sign, I'm going to say it again, it is a sign. Slow down, be present, be in the now. You can ask for specific signs. If you're unsure what to do about something, you can ask for a specific sign and that will turn up. But what you have to do with all of this is you have to trust. You have to trust 100%. And that isn't that you don't trust them most of the time. It isn't that you are doubting them. It is the fact that you are not trusting yourself in your connection. And are you getting it right? And here's the thing, you can't get it wrong. Well, interestingly enough, sometimes with angels, they'll be giving you feathers for years. That's your sign. They're chucking them down. You're finding feathers. I always used to say that if I collected all the feathers I'd ever found, I could go into duvet manufacturing, because I've got a lot. I don't collect them anymore. I just thank them. Occasionally there's a really cute little fluffy one that I find, and I'll stick it in a book or something like that, or stick it on my desk so that I can just be reminded that my angel is always there. But you just need to acknowledge the signs that you are getting 100%. And your relationship with your angel will start to build. You will start to get a stronger bond with them. And when you do that, you never feel alone. And life starts to get a lot easier. They're so good at giving you the inner strength. They're so good at helping things align. They're so good at helping you with your manifesting. But you've got to invite them in, and you've got to trust what you are getting. Now, when they've been giving you feathers for a long time, like they were for me, and then one day there's no feathers, and you think, what's going on? Where's my feathers gone? Oh my goodness, my angels have left me. That is not true. But they probably think you're getting a little bit complacent with seeing feathers, and they want to up the game a little bit. So now they've started giving you rainbows or butterflies or messages in numbers. So just stay really open to how they can communicate with you, because when you do, life is just going to get so much easier. I would love to know your thoughts. Please give me some feedback. how your angels are communicating with you. And as with all things, all relationships, the more you put into this, the more you will get out of it. So thank you for being with me on this podcast today. Until next time, bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. I hope to see you there.